Hello folks, well welcome to the next video of the Brewmaker lager. It's been now it's been 9 days since I started this brew, and we've just taken a sample, and if we look over here it is smack on to the setting, what they say, 1008, it's not 1008, is it? 1.008.
That's right, that's the density.
That's right, yeah. And it's smack on, and look at it, it's not looking too bad, is it? It's looking quite clear.
Yeah, and we found quite a good way of filling this this tube up. We used a soup ladle, and 3 ladles roughly, and it filled it up. And we did it also with we put a funnel in the top.
Yes, yeah. And so what we've got now, we've got the beer up here, which if you look at that, it's all looking really great. And what we're going to do, we're going to transfer that into a barrel. Now the first thing what we're going to do is add some sugar, which we've already got here, 3 ounces.
Yeah, that's right,
3 ounces of sugar apparently.
40 pints.
Yeah.
So we've got to put that in.
Got to pour that in, and that's what the funnel's there for. So
yes.
Nigel's just going to...
So we've made sure the funnel is pretty dry. So we've put... Oh, by the way, this funnel had a slight obstruction in it. You will have seen in the other video. I think that's been removed now.
Yes, I've removed it, yeah.
It was
a moulding issue, and that's why we had a problem with the overflowing.
Yeah. Okay, so we've put the sugar in. You can sort of sprinkle it in so it doesn't block. If you put it all in at once, you'll find it'll block the funnel, and then you've got another problem. So you sprinkle it in gently. And then, just in case any of it has stayed in the funnel, you get some clean water and rinse it through.
And as always folks, everything's been sterilised. We've got the solution, well not solution, we've got this cleaner steriliser powder.
Okay, so what do we do now?
Right, well we don't need the funnel in here anymore, that can go into the sink.
Okay.
That needs washing. We've basically now got to pump up here, haven't we?
Right. Do you want
now
to... If I, do you want to pump that whilst I hold the tube so it doesn't do anything it shouldn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically Nigel's down here because we want to make sure that the tube doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Because there's a bit of a drop here folks, and we don't want to get...
I think it's... Oh, that's it. Good.
Well, that was easy, wasn't it folks? Just look at that. I can highly recommend these siphoning. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that seems to be okay.
Yeah. And that's it. We just now have a little natter. We'll watch that fill up.
Yeah, we just
if our calculations are right, and it was sold as a kit, that 5 gallons there should fit into that barrel.
Yeah, we're just hoping the container at the top is not bigger than the
one at the bottom.
It looks quite good. It's rather clear.
Yeah.
It looks excellent.
And we're going to have a little test, aren't we? Just a
little
sample.
I was going to put that back in the brew, but perhaps we could save that for a sample.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that, that's all there is to it folks. But it does help if there's 2 of you.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't it, Nigel?
It does, yes.
We're new to this bit of the kit.
Yeah.
But it certainly does help.
Yeah, if I was doing this on my own, I would actually have, I'd make sure the side of this was completely dry, and then I would get some black tape, and I would tape everything in position so it couldn't move.
Yeah.
And then it would keep everything under control.
But obviously, because it's been pumped, you can't do it, can you?
Well, I'm sure I would find a way of...
You'd have it closer. You want to
have
have
a little bit closer.
So you'd have a little...
Yeah, and I would tape it in position with this in the top position.
Yeah. Got you.
Perhaps, to there would be
okay.
Yeah.
That's it, just look at that.
Now that's a pressure barrel, so what we're going to do when it's full, we've got some of these gas canisters, which we're going to talk about in a minute, and we've got this is the fitting that goes on the top.
Yeah.
Right, so what we shall do, the reason we put the sugar in is so that we get a little bit more fermentation, because there's no sugar in that beer at the moment, it's all fermented out. So we want a bit more carbon dioxide to be produced, that's why I put sugar in, just 3 ounces. And as long as this fitting, if we put it on tight, as long as it's gas tight, the pressure then will build up in the barrel.
Yeah.
And that will give us a nice head on the drink. We were trying to work out what these little gas canisters were for, and I think we've worked it out from the instructions. The idea is that when you start drawing the beer off, using it, when you get a little way down the barrel, you start to lose pressure. And this is to replenish the pressure that you've lost.
Yes.
And there's a special screw on, a clever little valve that we'll show you next time,
Yeah.
that screws onto the top of this. And so when the beer starts to be a little bit flat, you put one of these special things in and you
just
screw
tight
it down, and this perforates, there's a little spike that releases the gas through here, and it goes into the inside of the barrel and dissolves in the beer.
Right.
So it should keep it with a good head.
Yeah, that's great. And as you can see, folks, if you look carefully there, you can see that the beer is being transferred nicely into the barrel.
Yes,
and you
we've
can
got
see the barrel where it's darker.
Yeah, we've got about 3 gallons in there, I think, at the moment. Just have a look in to make sure it looks happy. Well, it looks fine at the moment.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, when it gets a little bit lower, I'll tip the container so that we get the last little drop out, as long as it's not overflowing.
It smells
of course.
quite nice.
Yes, it does.
It smells like a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've not made a beer, have you, before, or is it a long while since
It's
you've
a
made
long while ago. It's
Yeah.
about 30 years since I made any beer. I've not made it like this before, in a pressure barrel. I used to make it like wine, and I used to ferment it till it was dry, and then put it into 4 demijohns.
Okay.
And then when I wanted another 8 bottles of beer, I would put an egg spoonful or half a teaspoonful of sugar into each bottle, and then I would fill up 8 and seal them. And then after about 10 days they would pressurise on their own, and that's quite a nice way of doing it. And then when I was down to about number 4 or number 5, I'd do another gallon, so it was ready when the other one was finished.
It's surprising, isn't it, Nigel, how you would think that top fermenter wouldn't all go into that barrel, but it looks as though it's probably going to.
I think it is. I think it's misleading because the barrel the sides bulge out quite a lot.
Yeah.
And now I've got to start tipping this, because perhaps you could keep an eye on the bottom end, Jude.
Yeah, I've got it down here.
There's quite a bit more still to come. I think there's probably about another pint or so to come now.
Yeah, that should come in here now.
Tell me when to stop. Oh, the sediment's just starting to
Yeah, do you want
in.
to stop it then?
There we go, stop. There we go. That's good. Now obviously we don't want to have the beer totally clear, we want to make sure there is a little bit of yeast in there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do any harm to let a little bit of the sediment go down like we did just then.
Right, okay.
Otherwise it won't prime, will it? If there's no yeast in there,
Yeah.
it'll take quite a long time to build up pressure.
Okay.
So
that's it, we just stick that out. There's a lot of tidying up, folks, with this home brewing, right?
yeah, you can see why I don't like using siphons very much. But
Yeah.
I may be converted if we're successful with this.
Right, okay. And at least we know now how to clean it out, don't we? Easily.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's half the job.
Just pump
done.
it through warm water several times and the job's done.
Yeah. So all we've got to do now is put the top on.
Put the top on, yeah. It needs to be gas tight, but not too tight. We don't want to damage the seal.
That's it.
Right. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, folks. So that's it for today's for this video. We've not got round to the doing the wines. We're going to leave that for another day. We thought we'd get a couple of these jobs out of the way. And anyway, we'd just like to thank you very much for watching and continuing to watch the videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video with all your friends.
And ask questions.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.